Just letting to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome back. We're all back in session. I'm going to keep my remarks brief. I just wanted to thank everyone from the administration, staff, everyone for a great first day of school. And I know I have a very happy student at home. So thank you for everything. A nice rollout. We had everything went smoothly. And I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Staniak.
Good evening. Welcome to our first school board meeting of our 2023-24 school year. So happy to see so many smiling faces in the audience. Welcome. So we usually start this meeting with a summer recap. We had a wonderful summer for our students, a lot of different programs, and we even sent a survey home to parents to get some feedback as we are already planning for next summer, if you can believe that. So once we get that feedback, we'll share it and share what our plans will be for next year. What else do we have? Okay, so in addition to that first day of school, prior to that, we had our meet, greet, and a treat, which is always a lovely day. The weather couldn't have been better. And there were so many smiles on our students and our parents and our teachers and our staff that it really is a very nice kickoff to the year. And those water bottles should not go in the dishwasher, ladies and gentlemen. They are not dishwasher safe, so please be careful. We are distributing them to all staff over the next week. We wanted to just make sure that our students received first. So everyone will be getting a wonderful water bottle. And remember, do not put it in the dishwasher, please. Our first day of school, it was definitely a little hot, but we're happy to say that we didn't make it on News 12 or Newsday because we have a lot of air conditioning in North Merrick. That deserves a round of applause, folks. Mr. Carter and I have worked over the last couple of years, and we've really focused on having air conditioning in each of our classrooms. We do have 3 spaces still that are not air conditioned, and we believe that they will be air conditioned very soon. We have the GPR at camp, which we are waiting for the 2 window units to come in and install there. We also have Miss Marcados and Miss Boyle's room. We have the company. We need a splitter in there because of the kinds of windows that are in there. So we had the company come, measure, send the proposal, and we're working on getting that in. And then finally, Mr. Merrims, we have not forgotten about the Fayette Gym. Mr. Carter and I have a plan because of that partition wall that goes down the middle. We're going to look to put 2 splitters on each side of that so that we will have 4 splitters. And then every area will be air conditioned. But we did really well last week with the heat. We did extremely well. We were very safe. We kept our students and our staff inside when the heat advisories came across to the school districts. We were happy today to see the students outside, and I think the weather is breaking tomorrow night. We will be hitting the 70s, and we look forward to those cooler days for our students. So speaking of outside, the playground people, as I call them, they were here today at Fayette starting the new playground. That deserves a round of applause. And Mr. Carter is going to report out on that with the timeline. And then after Fayette, Dr. Bromberg, we're moving on to Camp Avenue.
Yes, we are. I don't want to announce anything, but we have a pledge from one political office, politician, but it's we're not 100% done yet. So hopefully at the October meeting, we have secured additional funding for the next playground. So
Yes,
we're working on that for everybody.
Yes, we're very excited for that, and we're looking forward to hopefully that being the next one next summer. There was a little glitch in our calendars this year, or everyone received a message from our principals. Apparently, there were 2 Decembers, 2 Mays, and school was ending on May 26th. Now, everyone was very excited. I'm sure that deserves applause. I did call Doug Mills at 7:40 in the morning, and he said, don't worry, it's just a few. So if you know of anyone that needs a calendar that does not have 2 Decembers and 2 Mays, the schools have corrected calendars in their buildings. And principals, please have them available on Thursday night for Meet the Teacher Night, which is this Thursday evening. What I think the time, what is it, 7 to 8? 7 to 8:30. Thank you, Mr. Merrims. And that's a big night.
My calendar ends school August 31st.
Oh, okay. I don't think you're getting applause for that. So that's always a big night here in North Merrick when the parents come and then they sign up for parent-teacher conferences on election day and all the class activities. So looking forward to Thursday evening. We had our first PTA district council this week. Always a big shout out to our PTAs. I know Ms. Keene and Mr. Corona will report out on that. I don't want to steal their thunder. And I think that's all we have, except one additional thing. American Relief Plan money, that is the money that we did receive for all of our COVID expenses. On our website, Mr. McDade has put an updated budget with the expenses, and that money has really gone for great things for our students, and we're very proud of that, so feel free to take a look at it, and any questions could go to Mr. McDade in his office. Welcome back, everyone. We're so excited, and thank you for all that you do for our students and our families. North Merrick is second to none. When I tell people at my county meetings, my quadrant meetings, my component meetings, the work that we do here, they are truly in awe, as we are. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Siniak. Can we have a motion to approve the routine approvals 3A through 3C?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Corona, seconded by
Second.
Ms. Keene. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Public comments. This is for the agenda items only. Any person wishing to make comments or raise questions shall fill out a comment card. After you are called, please come forward to the microphone, state your name. All comments or questions shall be directed to me or Dr. Siniak. The board or administration will do our best to immediately respond to any questions. Out of courtesy and fairness to the rest of the audience, each person shall limit his or her remarks to no more than 3 minutes, not to exceed a 30-minute session. And public discussion with respect to confidential matters is prohibited. So this is just on any agenda items only, small agenda. So I don't think we have any. All right, so we're going to move on to business. Before we have an additional motion, but I am just going to ask for a motion to approve 5A through 5C as listed on the agenda.
Motion.
By
Second.
Ms. Moran, second by, or somebody who, second by Luciani. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. And then we do have an additional motion to add. I'm just going to, I guess we have.
You have to read it out.
Yep. So, and this is standard, but we'll read the motion. It's a request for transportation. So I'll just read the motion. I'm going to make a motion and see if it'll be approved. And this is at no cost to our school district. So I am going to make a motion to approve this transportation request. As per New York State law, the deadline for requests for transportation to non-public and charter schools for the 2023-2024 school year was April 1st, 2023. The district has received a late application for transportation for one student to St. Elizabeth Ann Seton. Transportation is provided by Guardian Bus through the Belmore Merrick Transportation Consortium. There will be no additional cost to the district as it is a payment per bus. Based upon the foregoing information, I recommend the following resolution. Be it resolved that the Board of Education approves this late transportation application for transportation for one student to St. Elizabeth Ann Seton at no additional cost to the district. So have a motion to approve. Ms. Keene makes the motion, second by Will. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously, so that request is approved. Thank you. A motion to approve the personal actions report 6A as detailed in the mailing.
Motion.
By Will, by Tracy, seconded by Will. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. A motion for, to approve special services 7A through 7C. Motion by Will, seconded by Tracy. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. And then we're going to go to the report of the committees. High school.
All right.
I would say I'm enjoying my new position on the high school board, but I will defer to Mr. Corona. I don't want to steal his thunder. All
Thank you.
yours.
Thank you.
A lot going on.
That's right.
Lot of-
All right.
A A lot of celebration.
Yes, we had a lot of celebrations this past month. One of the celebrations is about our capital projects going on at Grand Avenue Middle School. We just finished new parking lots, resurfaced the track, the tennis courts, which are now turfed. Big job over there. Moving on to Merrick Avenue this year. Academic year in review by Scott Burson, our assistant superintendent in charge of curriculum. We had quite a bit of growth in some of our institutions like cosmology. Cosmetology. Right? I spelled it wrong here. Cosmology.
Cosmology is.
Like the study of like the planets. We're not doing
Make your
it.
hair
Anyway,
out of this world.
our cosmetology, our electrical training program, and also our CHAMPS program, which is our culinary arts. Belmore Merrick has a very high percentage of students who take and find success, a 3, 4, or 5 on at least one AP exam. So much so that it seems to have come to the recognition of some higher ups. So we'll hear more about that as we move along in the year. Our Regents exam passing percentage is well above the Nassau County average, and in turn is very, very high above the New York State average. 1/3 or more than 1/3 of our graduates from our electrical training program, cosmetology, and the CHAMPS enter into their related fields. Some of them move on and actually leave high school with license to work in these fields, which is pretty impressive. We also had a opening day message from all our principals just telling us about the first day of the school. We did have an incident, or not a couple incidents, of no AC, mostly at Kennedy High School. And most of that was because of waiting for parts, which had been on order for at least 2 months. So it wasn't something that was a surprise. You know, we had checked the ACs as the summer went on, and this was ongoing. And unfortunately, the weather was so very hot that it was noticeable. But they're working on it as we speak, and it should be taken care of. And of course, we heard the weather's going to break, so we won't even notice after next week. And that's the high school report.
Thank you, Ed. Our school community relations PTA council, Mary.
Hey everyone. The PTAs continue to be awesome. So all the PTAs are participating in the Ducks game on the 17th and in Adventureland on October 28th, and everyone's very excited. All the PTA meetings this month are the 20th. Fayette and OMR are at 7 o'clock. Camp Avenue is at 7:30 in person. They're going to alternate between virtual and in person. And the insurance issues have continued to be problematic, but that's common across Nassau County. And Mr. McDade wants to help out and Dr. Seniak as much as they can. So hopefully these things get fixed. Camp Avenue, their back to school picnic is on the 22nd from 5 to 7 with a rain date of the 29th. And they're starting reflections on the 26th of this month. Fayette, their outdoor movie night is scheduled for Friday the 22nd. Picture Day is for the 26th. And they started a Mabel's Label back to school online fundraiser in August. So they would love for people to buy things there. Fayette is definitely moving to going more digital. So all their membership and ticket sales are now to Give Backs, which is formerly known as Member Hub. Okay, OMR, great things happening. The Welcome Back picnic was supposed to be Friday, but because of the heat advisory, it's now the 22nd. Mum's Sale goes from the 11th to the 22nd this month, and class T-shirts and all that good stuff. Picture Day is October 2nd. And SEPTA, their meeting is next Tuesday, the 19th, which is a back to school ice cream social. Very excited. It was rescheduled from the spring. At Fayette, Friday, October 9th, it's a paint workshop at OMR, and they'll be hosting 2 sessions because it's so popular. Broken it into 2 sessions, and it's a Camp Avenue mom who actually does it, and it's awesome. It really is great. It's a great fundraiser. And their Boo Bag fundraiser starts the first week of October. So, as usual, great things happening.
Thank you very much, Mary. Mr. Carter, playground update. I hope you don't talk that long.
Hey, guys. No.
I love you, but
Okay, so this summer we did a lot of great work. The guys always, knock it out of the park. But a few of the things they did was a lot of painting, a lot more painting than we had even scheduled coming into the summer. So they were able to do what we expected, and then added a few rooms like the art room at camp and the camp GPR and ceilings here. Got it all done. So we finished up a lot of the air conditioning, as Dr. Seniak mentioned. We're almost 100%, which is really cool compared to where we were a few years ago. No pun
Really?
intended.
I got that. I caught that.
We abated and replaced 2 classroom floors at Camp Avenue, and we're going to continue to do that in as many as we can each summer until they're all taken care of. There are a lot of floors that need to be done, so we'll continue with that. We got the new fence installed around the old mill playground, which looks amazing. It's just nice and new. You didn't think a fence could, make something look good, but it's brand new, so it looks nice.
I'm just going to jump in that we are working with the Old Mill Road PTA
Yes.
to replace what they had on the
Yeah.
old fence, so we're just waiting to get that order out.
Yeah, so that thing, those little pop-out things, I thought I was going to be able to pop them out and just pop them back in, and they all started breaking, and it was like, oh my gosh. So we're just going to start with a new one. So Old Mill Road ceilings and lighting, we've been talking about that forever. It finally happened, and I think it looks really great. It's just so much brighter, and it's I don't know, those are some kind of nasty colors, and it doesn't look so bad after, the new lighting's in. So we're getting there. HDF Playground is underway, as you stated. Unfortunately, we were supposed to do it over the summer. Weather got in the way, previous projects got in the way, and I didn't want them to start right when school was starting, so I pushed them till yesterday, and we're underway. Hopefully, again, weather permitting, 3 weeks, and we're in and out. It's the same vendor who did Old Mill, same supplier and installer, so they're an amazing team. I have high hopes that it's going to go very smooth. And I also am in the process of writing purchase orders for the sports courts, the paved sports courts. So all our basketball courts, as well as the long walkway that goes from HDF to Whale Neck. We're going to repave all that so it's nice and smooth, and then that's going to be nice. And then there's a new food service company in town, Whitson's. We've been working with them to kind of hopefully make the transition a little bit less dramatic.
Very good things about that, just want to tell you.
Yeah, so
Everyone's
far so
happy.
good. I mean, from my
Great
standpoint,
selection. I don't have to make lunch. Thank you.
yeah, so from our standpoint, they've been great. They're
Yep.
very communicative, and, it looks good.
Great, that's it. Thank you. A lot of work being done. Thank you.
Good.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to ask you a question before you. sat
Mr.
down.
Carter.
Mr.
Mr. Carter,
Carter,
come back.
come back. When is the
I think the
walkthrough?
battery's dying.
Uh,
What's up?
When's the walkthrough? When is our walkthrough? We gonna do
I mean, you want to do a
We do
walkthrough?
October.
No, we
Usually
do.
it's-
We do it in
We
October.
do it in October.
Yeah, that's what it is.
If you would like another time.
All right, but,
Okay,
okay,
so next month,
We're going to make sure everybody's available, right?
okay.
Cool.
so next month.
Yeah, October.
We have a date yet?
Did we do it before?
It's usually
Yeah.
before the.
It's
school board
usually
meeting.
around 5 o'clock before, and then we make it back here.
Okay,
That's rushed.
Yeah, but we can start
Yeah.
at 6:30 because
Okay.
thank you, Sam.
Do we have any
We'll figure it out.
communications, Ms. Long?
No,
Okay.
none.
Unfinished business. Unfinished business. New business. Public comments on anything now. Wow. All right. Okay. With that, I'm going to ask for a motion to adjourn. Motion by Ms. Keen, second
Second.
by Will, Ms. Miller. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very
Aye.
much. Have a great week. See everyone at the
Thank
back
you
of
so
school
much
night.
for coming.
I need a photo, please. Group photo.
All right.